It's that time of year again, the season of innovation, upgrades, and of course the hotly anticipated new smartphone releases. With new phones come new camera wars, a constant striving for photographic supremacy in our pockets. Each year the bar is raised and the competition intensifies. Today, we're diving deep into the heart of this battle, pitting the Apple iPhone 16 Pro, the latest offering from Cupertino, against the Samsung S25 Ultra, Samsung's powerhouse contender, packed with cutting-edge technology. Both promise pro-level photography, boasting impressive specs, and a suite of advanced features designed to empower your inner photographer. But which one actually delivers on that promise? Which phone truly earns the title of mobile photography champion? Apple traditionally focuses on true-to-life colors, aiming for accuracy and capturing subtle details with remarkable clarity. Samsung, on the other hand, is all about vibrant, punchy images, often pushing the boundaries of color and offering wild zoom capabilities that bring distant subjects into sharp focus. But specs are just numbers, marketing jargon that can often be misleading. Ultimately, real-world results matter most. It's about how these phones perform in everyday situations, capturing the moments that matter to you. We tested both phones extensively, pushing them to their limits in every conceivable scenario. Daylight, low-light, portraits, landscapes. The goal? Find out which phone consistently takes the better shot across a wide range of conditions and subjects. We'll look closely at color science, analyzing how each phone interprets and renders colors. We'll also examine dynamic range, assessing the ability to capture detail in both bright and dark areas of a scene. Skin tones, a crucial aspect of portrait photography, will be scrutinized to see which phone delivers the most natural and flattering results. And finally, we'll delve into fine details, evaluating the sharpness and clarity of the images produced by each phone. Forget the marketing, the carefully crafted advertisements and the endless hype. Let's cut through the noise and see the real photos, the unedited results that speak for themselves. This isn't just about pixels. It's not simply a numbers game, it's about how each phone sees the world, its unique perspective and approach to capturing the beauty around us. Does it capture reality with faithful accuracy? Or does it enhance it, adding its own artistic flair? We're here to find out which philosophy wins, which approach ultimately delivers the most compelling and satisfying images. So, without further ado, let's get to it. Let's dive into the results and see what these cameras can really do. Actual photos, real results, no filters, no editing, just pure, unadulterated camera performance. Let the camera battle begin, and may the best phone win. Alright, let's dive right into the heart of the matter and jump into the photos. We're going to take a close look at how these two titans of tech handle real-world scenarios. Side by side, when we put these images head-to-head, the differences are immediately obvious and quite striking. It's like looking at two completely different interpretations of the same scene. The iPhone 16 Pro consistently delivers images that strive to look true to life, capturing the scene as your eye would perceive it. You get accurate colors that don't stray too far from reality, balanced shadows that provide depth without sacrificing detail, and overall a very natural and authentic feel. Now what about Samsung's S25 Ultra? It's instantly eye-catching, grabbing your attention with its vividness. The colors are bolder and more saturated, skies are deeper and more dramatic, and reds really pop, demanding your focus. Samsung's photos often appear ready-made for social media platforms, optimized to stand out in a crowded feed. They're designed to be shared immediately with no editing needed. But the trade-off is that they're often less true to the actual scene, pushing the boundaries of realism. In almost every test we conducted, Samsung's images consistently came out more vibrant and punchy, sometimes appearing almost too perfect, bordering on the artificial. On the other hand, the iPhone's shots are subtler and more restrained, prioritizing a more realistic and timeless aesthetic that aims to capture the essence of the moment. So it really boils down to a fundamental difference: realism versus hyper-realism. The iPhone in this context is like a documentarian, faithfully recording what's in front of it, while Samsung is more akin to a blockbuster director, enhancing the scene for maximum impact. There's no denying that Samsung's wow factor is real and immediately gratifying, but that initial excitement can sometimes feel over-processed upon closer inspection. In contrast, the iPhone's approach is more understated and subtle, and that often translates to a more pleasing and enduring quality over time. So the question becomes, which do you prefer? Do you lean towards instant impact and immediate gratification, or do you value lasting authenticity and a more genuine representation of the world around you? That fundamental choice is really at the heart of this ongoing rivalry between these two smartphone giants. Now, let's move on and see how these cameras handle tough and challenging lighting conditions next. Bright sunlight is a brutal test, a true trial by fire for any camera, especially those on our smartphones. It pushes the sensors to their limits, challenging their ability to capture detail and color accurately. At the beach, the iPhone 16 Pro nailed the scene. It really showed its capabilities. Balanced sand, deep blue ocean, capturing the essence of the coast and preserved details, even in the tricky textures of the sand and the subtle gradations of the water. Its dynamic range keeps highlights and shadows in check, preventing the bright sky from washing out the foreground, creating a natural look, one that closely resembles what the human eye perceives. Samsung's S25 Ultra? The sky is bluer, almost impossibly so, shadows are brighter, revealing details you might not have noticed, and the photo pops with an intensity that grabs your attention. But some details get lost in the highlights, particularly in the brightest areas of the sky and sand, and the image feels more processed, like it's been run through a filter to enhance its appeal. The iPhone prioritizes realism and depth, aiming for a true-to-life representation of the scene, letting the scene speak for itself, without artificial enhancements or over-the-top color grading. Samsung boosts everything for that perfect postcard effect, creating images that are instantly eye-catching and vibrant. For quick shareable snaps destined for social media feeds, Samsung shines. But for accuracy and versatility, especially if you plan to edit your photos later, the iPhone stands out as the more reliable choice. It's a classic choice. Bold enhancement or faithful reproduction, each with its own strengths and weaknesses. For those who value nuance and appreciate the subtle details that make a photograph special, the iPhone's approach wins here. Let's talk portraits and how these differences play out when capturing people. Skin tones are the ultimate test for any camera. The iPhone 16 Pro consistently delivers natural, warm, and accurate skin tones. It captures real texture and subtle undertones. Faces look authentic. Samsung's S25 Ultra smooths skin and sometimes adds unnatural tints. Portraits can look a bit artificial, even with filters off. The iPhone's portraits feel like they're shot with a real camera. Samsung's are flattering, but less true to life. For anyone who cares about genuine portraits, the iPhone is the clear winner. It's not about perfection, it's about authenticity. Now, how close do these phones get to a real camera? Which phone feels most like a real camera? The iPhone 16 Pro comes closest, thanks to its balanced, unprocessed images. It's like a digital negative. Edit as you wish, or use it as is. Pro RAW mode gives you even more flexibility, just like a DSLR. Samsung's S25 Ultra is more like an automatic editor. Vivid, sharp, and ready to share. Great for instant results, but less control for serious photographers. If you want effortless, eye-catching photos, Samsung is fantastic. But if you want creative control and true-to-life results, the iPhone is the tool to beat. For photographers and purists, the iPhone 16 Pro takes the crown. That's our verdict. Choose the camera that matches your style.